Hi everyone, my name is Sherry Johnson and I am a life strategist using essential oils, nutrition, and life strategizing to help women consciously create the lives that they were meant to live. So today I'm here to tell you a bit about nutrition. These are my top 3 tips for getting your system back into shape after the overindulgences of the holidays. And I like to do that in a gentle way. January to me is not the best time to do a heavy juice cleanse or a heavy restrictive detoxification diet. Those kinds of things depress our immune system a little bit, and now is the time when our immune systems are already depressed, and there's a lot of bugs going around in January, at least in the northern climates. So if you're still feeling a bit of bloating, indigestion, energy highs and lows, trouble sleeping, maybe you were sick over the holidays, if all that kind of stuff resonates with you, then this is for you. Some gentle ways to sort of get your system working optimally again. So my number 1 tip, start cutting back on sugar again. So over the holidays, we tend to load up on chocolate and candy and Christmas cookies, and all that stuff does a number on our system. So number 1, sugar impairs the immune system. As soon as you eat it, it immediately brings the immune system down, which is going to make you susceptible to colds and flus and all that stuff going around at this time of the year. Number 2, it disrupts our energy levels. So as soon as you eat sugar, it enters your bloodstream, and then insulin kicks in and brings your blood sugar crashing down. And you end up on this roller coaster of energy highs and lows throughout the day, and that can continue on through the night. And when you're on sugar low or sugar high, the top or the bottom of that roller coaster, it can wake you up. So if you're getting that 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning wake up call, then you might need to look at your sugar intake. And then number 3, it disrupts the healthy bacteria yeast balance in our bodies. So yeast feeds on sugar, and there's a healthy amount of yeast that we need in our bodies, but it can get out of hand if we eat too much sugar. It can cause things like canker sores, adult acne, recurrent bladder infections, yeast infections, nail fungus. All those kinds of things can be linked back to yeast. And so if you're feeling some of those things, then you'll want to cut back on your sugar pretty significantly to allow the healthy bacteria in your gut to start proliferating again and get that yeast back in balance. So start cutting down on particularly white sugar and white grains like white flour, refined rice, all that kind of stuff. And also watch your labels for sugar. It can be hidden in salad dressings, pasta sauces, all those kinds of convenience foods that we pick up out of the middle aisles in the grocery store can hide sugars. So make your own stuff or watch your labels. So, and instead replace your sugar with fresh fruit, frozen fruit, cooked fruit. If you really need something for dessert, maybe try something that's made with raw honey or with dates or raw maple syrup. All of those things actually have other benefits to them, and they're natural sugars versus the toxic refined white sugar. So that's all about sugar. Number 2, this is my second tip to get your system back in balance, and that's apple cider vinegar. So it's kind of, it doesn't taste the greatest, but a teaspoon up to a tablespoon in a little bit of water before your meals and before bed is going to do a lot. It will go a long way. So 3 things that I want to tell you about apple cider vinegar. Does so many things in your body. It has so many benefits, but the 3 things that I want to focus on today are related to your digestive system. So number 1, it's going to increase stomach acid. So as we get older, our stomach acid naturally starts to decrease a little bit. And so adding apple cider vinegar before your meals can help to increase that stomach acid, which is going to help you digest your food, and it's going to help you to absorb the nutrients in the food that you do eat. So the vitamins and minerals that are in that food will break down and absorb into your system more effectively rather than just flushing through your system. Number 2, weight loss. Don't we all want to experience a little bit of weight loss after the holidays? Enough said about that one. Number 3, blood sugar balance. So I just talked about that with sugar. When your blood sugar is too high, you're going to experience energy highs and lows. Apple cider vinegar can help to get that back into balance. So that is apple cider vinegar. Number 3, this is probably my number 1 recommendation to almost all of my clients. I make this recommendation. It doesn't seem to matter what their issue is. This can help. And it's something that has really helped me a lot. It's one of the first things that I added when I really kind of got onto my wellness journey. And it's made a huge difference. And that's probiotics. So there's lots of foods out there that have probiotics in them. You've probably heard that yogurt has them, kefir, which can also be found in the yogurt section of the grocery store. Things like kimchi, which is Korean sauerkraut, regular sauerkraut. Some of the Japanese foods, fermented miso, tempeh is fermented soy. So all those fermented foods have probiotics in them, but it's hard to get enough of them. And those are foods that are quite often not foods that we all enjoy. You also can't get enough of the various strains of bacteria through those foods. So I do recommend a good quality supplement, and there's all kinds of things that probiotics do in our bodies. I'm going to tell you about a couple of them. So when you support your system to help your healthy gut bacteria rebalance, it will also bring your yeast back into check. So as I talked about earlier, there's a bacteria yeast balance, and it's your probiotics that can help bring that back into balance. It's also your first line of defense against the other stuff, infections that come into your body. So if you think about it, infections primarily enter our body through inhalation and swallowing through our stomach. So if the bacteria or infections get into your body through your stomach, then your healthy gut bacteria can be the first line of defense. This is one of the first things that I noticed when I started taking probiotics, is that my immune system got better. I used to get a cold at least once a quarter, and flus on top of that, sometimes the stomach flu, and I don't get any of that anymore. I get the odd head cold, but I can usually keep it into check by upping my other vitamins and minerals, and bringing in essential oils as well. So first line of defense against that stuff can be your healthy gut bacteria, and probiotics can help support that. They also help you digest your food. So going back to the apple cider vinegar as well, apple cider vinegar is going to help in your stomach, and then probiotics are going to help in your intestinal system. So helping you to digest and absorb the nutrients in your food. Probiotics, healthy gut bacteria, they also make nutrients, particularly B vitamins. That was one of the things that I noticed. I used to take B vitamins when I was getting canker sores, and that really helped to get rid of them for me. And what I realized is that your gut bacteria actually make B vitamins. So I would rather get at the root cause and rebalance the bacteria in my gut than take an additional supplement. The other really fascinating thing that I found out probably about a year ago, much more recently, about probiotics and your gut, is that it's estimated that 90% of serotonin in your body is manufactured in the gut. And we all know what serotonin is, right? It's that neurotransmitter that primarily works in the brain to keep us calm, happy, and helps us sleep. So if 90% of that is made in the gut, you're going to want your gut to be as healthy as possible. And so getting your healthy bacteria, the good bacteria in your gut, back into balance is really going to support that function. So those are my top 3 tips. Once again, getting rid of sugar, adding apple cider vinegar to your daily routine, and adding a probiotic to your daily routine. Now, when I talk about probiotics, there are differences in quality, big differences in quality. So it's really important that you get a good quality probiotic. If you're not noticing any changes, then that probiotic is probably not doing its job. You will notice differences in your body. So I have my list of my checklist of things that I look for in a good quality probiotic. That's not the topic of today's call, but please do message me if you'd like to know what those are, and if you'd like to know what my favorite brands are. I'm happy to share that with you if you reach out to me. And otherwise, I would invite you to stay tuned throughout January. I'll be doing more videos and Facebook Lives like this that talk about some simple, easy ways that you can bring or up the detoxifying functions in your body without going through a crazy cleanse or restrictive diet. So stay with me. I'm glad you joined me today, and have a great day.